Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to our next lecture. Actually, a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is Surface Area Volume. I think this is 13th chapter. Before proceeding to this chapter, it is very important that we are thorough with the formulas and the figures of this chapter. So the most common figure is basically the cuboid. We normally start with a cuboid. Cuboid is a figure where actually we have rectangles placed over here. Basically the walls are the rectangle. So we can say that if supposing this is the length, this I am talking about this length, then this is the breadth, then this becomes the height. So this is the cuboid, and when we talk about cuboid, the formulas that are related to the figure is total surface area of cuboid is equal to 2 length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. This is the formula for, and this is basically always unit square. Remember, if it is centimeter, then it will be centimeter square. If it is meter, then it will be meter square. If it is millimeter, then it will be millimeter square. This is total surface area. Total surface area means this has got all the faces. See, this is first face, second face, third face, fourth face, even the top one, fifth and sixth face. There are 6 faces. You can imagine that you are sitting in a room. Then the vertical surfaces, if you the walls of your room, they are see, these are side walls, 2 walls, side walls, 2 in the front and in the back. So this front and back side wall, there are 4 walls. Then one is the floor, 5, and one is the ceiling, the top, that is the 6th wall. Like this, there are 6 faces, and when we take the surface areas of all the 6 faces, then it is called as total surface area. Total surface area includes all the 6 faces, 4 vertical surfaces like this, and one is the floor and the other one is the ceiling. Like this, there are 6 surface areas, that is total surface areas. Then we should always know the vertical surface areas also, when actually you are talking only about the vertical surfaces. There is no floor involved and there is no ceiling involved. At that time the formula is going to be 2 bracket 2h into bracket L plus B, 2h into bracket L plus B, that is going to be the formula, and the unit is still going to be unit square, vertical surface area. Sometimes we take vertical surface area plus the box plus the floor. If it is a box which has only the bottom, which does not have the lid on it, then again the formula will be different. At that time we have everything, so we will have to take this, means surface areas where actually this we can do when the question is there. It is surface areas normally are these total surface area and vertical surface areas. You have to understand, vertical surface areas mean when actually only the walls are taken, no bottom and no top is taken. And of course one is volume of cuboid is equal to length into breadth into height, LBH and the unit of volume is unit cube. So in this way we have finished our first figure. The second figure is the brother of this figure, that instead of having the rectangle over here, we have square. We have square, then it is basically a, that means the faces that are involved are basically squares. So these are squares. This is a square, forward, backward is a square, then sides, left hand side vertical, right hand side vertical, these are squares. So 4 vertical surfaces which are square, and then one bottom and one top square. Everybody is a square. So at that time total surface area of cube, this will be called as a cube, will be equal to 6L square. Unit will be still, unit square. Total surface area is equal to 6L square. Vertical surface areas means again you will have only the side walls, one in front and back, right side and left hand side, no bottom and no top. At that time it will going to be 4L square. This is still unit square. And then we have to have the volume of cube. That will be L into L into L. That is only L cube, and unit will be unit cube. So in this way, these are the 3 formulas minimum that you have to remember about the cuboid and the cube. Of course, the next interesting figure is cylinder. Cylinder, which is basically of this sort, something of this sort. Okay, so here now when it comes to cylinder, how many surface areas are there? Sir, when we talk about the surface areas, which is the wall, I'm not having any example as such. Check. See, just imagine that this is a bottle. So we can imagine any bottle that actually speaking has flat surfaces. This is flat. You can see that this is flat. And the vertical surface, this is the wall of the bottle. This is basically curved surface area. This is curved because this is a curve. So this is a curved surface area. Wall is a curved surface area, and the bottom flat, which is basically a circle. It is a circle, and top also is a circle. So when it comes to surface areas, total surface area, actually before calculating total surface area, it is better that we understand curved surface area. Curved surface area means only this, where there is no up and no bottom. It is a hollow pipe, you can consider like a hollow pipe. When we are going to measure only this curved surface area, at that time the formula is 2 pi r h. This is the formula of curved surface area. Only the curve, this surface area you are measuring, at that time it is 2 pi r h. And then we go to total surface area. It is curved surface area, and then we have got 2 circles, bottom and top. It will be, circle is pi r square, and because there are 2 circles, 2 pi r square. So if I take out 2 pi r as a common factor, then in that I will have 2 pi r plus h. Here r is remaining and here h is remaining, but I wrote r first and h afterwards. So this is the formula of total surface area of a cylinder. What is that? Total surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r into r plus h. curved surface area is 2 pi r h. Try to understand, my dear students. And then we have got volume. This will be also unit square. Unit square. Volume will be equal to, see, volume is always that what is inside. You are talking about, you are measuring inside. Whatever is inside space, that is called as the volume. What is the inside space? That is called as the volume. And for that volume, the answer formula is pi r square h. Pi r square h. See, that is the main difference, my dear students. Whenever you are talking, when you have to see in the question what are you dealing with. When you are dealing with the walls of the object, walls of the object, it can be like painting the device, the object, or wrapping it with some color. At that time you are dealing with the walls of the object. At that time you are dealing with the surface area. And what surface area, it will be depending on what all surface areas you are going to be in use with. The surface area that you are going to use, it can be curved surface area, bottom surface area only. Sometimes it will be all, everything together. And volume is basically whatever is inside. If you are going to use the inside space, how much liquid is going to sit into that bottle, how much ice cream is going to sit into a cone. At that time you are going to use the inner part of the cone, inner part of the object. At that time you are dealing with volume, and you will be using the formula of volume. Volume is equal to pi r square h. Of course, the unit of volume is always unit cube, whatever it is, centimeter to centimeter cube, meter then meter cube, and so on. So these are the three formulas that you have to remember for the three objects that we have dealt with now. And of course there are few more objects, it's not over yet. Then we have a cone. Cone is every object is very important. Cone, third object that we are dealing with is cone. First of all, when it comes to cone, what are the parameters that we are going to use? See, when it comes to cone, the cone has, if we know that ice cream cone that we have used, on top we have a lid of the ice cream cone cover, which I enjoy licking. I don't throw the lid as it is. That is basically a circle. If I consider a lid on the cone, then you will have a circle, and then we have a wall which is actually curved. This wall will be curved. So this will be the curved surface area of the wall. If I consider no lid on the wall, then it will be having only a curved surface area. But before proceeding further, we also have to understand the height of the cone. There are two heights of the cone. One is this, which is called as the vertical height. This is called as the vertical height, and that will be h. And the other one is this, which is actually a slant height, which is actually labeled as L. And this is labeled as R, radius of the cone. Radius of the cone, vertical height of the cone, and slant height of the cone. R, H and L. Radius is R, vertical height is H, and slant height is L. This will be like a Pythagoras theorem itself. Right angle triangle. So you will have, first formula is L is equal to R square plus H square, and then square root of this. Okay, if I want actually the basic, by Pythagoras theorem I will get L square is equal to R square plus H square. By Pythagoras theorem I will get only this much, and then I will take square root of both the sides. I will get L is equal to R square plus H square. This is an important relation that we have to remember. And afterwards comes the curved surface area of cone. Curved surface area of cone. Curved surface area of a cone will be equal to pi r L. Pi r L unit square. This will be curved surface area. Now we know, if I want to have total surface area of cone, curved surface area will definitely be there, and the surface area of the lid, which is circular, and the area of circle is pi r square. So I will have pi r is a common factor, and then L plus R, but I am writing R plus L. This will be formula of total surface area of a cone. Formula is this. Okay, and then that's all. Yes, then we have volume, which is very, very important. Volume of a cone is 1 upon 3 pi r square h unit cube. This will be volume of a cone. Okay, and then we have next one is a sphere. Sphere is just like any football or anything which is totally circular, and it is there from all the ways. It's a ball like figure. And when it comes to this, you know, there is only one parameter usually, that is the radius or diameter. That is the only one dimension it has got. It will define everything of this. And for the sphere we have only one. There is no flat surface area. There is only a curved surface area, and curved surface area is a total surface area. There is no other thing. The curved surface area of the sphere is the total surface area of the sphere, which is equal to 4 pi r square unit square. That's all when it comes to sphere. And then we have volume of a sphere. Okay, volume of a sphere is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. This is the volume. It's again what is there inside, how much air is inside the football. When you are going to measure this, you are going to deal with the volume of the football, and that will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube unit cube. Volume will always be cube. So these are the two parameters only that will be involved in the sphere. Then the other one will be a hemisphere. Hemispherical. This will be a hemisphere basically, and hemisphere will be half of the sphere, but then like this of this sort. But then it will be having now curved surface area. Just imagine a bowl that is there. So there will be a curved surface area, and also now if you have a lid to it, it will be the flat surface area. So when we talk about the curved surface area of hemisphere, this will be exactly half of the sphere. Curved surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. So curved surface area of hemisphere will be 2 pi r square. And then now if we have a total surface area, hemisphere will have a different total surface area, because now it has this curved surface area and it also has this lid or the bottom that will be circle. So it will be 2 pi r square curved surface area plus a circle which is pi r square. So we can see here pi r is a common factor, 2 pi r square is a common factor. What am I doing? I don't require any common factor. This 2 pi r square plus pi r square is 3 pi r square. This will be total surface area. We can't have the. This will be 3 pi r square. This will be the total surface area. Curved surface area 2 pi r square, total surface area 3 pi r square. And then we have volume. Remember, volume will be exactly half of the volume of the hemisphere. Volume of hemisphere is 4 upon 3 pi r cube. If I divide this by 2, so 2 upon 3 pi r cube. It will be 2 upon 3 pi r cube. Of course, this also units of areas, all the areas, unit is unit square, unit square, unit square. Okay, and volume, the unit is unit cube. Okay, and these are the basic figures that you have to remember, that you have to go with. Once you know these basic formulas, this you have to be very strong with these formulas. Only then, of course, this is not all. Afterwards, we will now these were the formulas that you are using in 9th standard. Now you will have to use the combination of the figures, and with the combination of the figures, the formulas also will change. Okay, my dear students. So with this, I can actually give it a start. I'll try to do 1, 2, or 3 questions so that we have started the figure. We have started the chapter. Okay, so I request you all people to get your textbook, open your exercise 13.1. okay, and then we can start with the exercise, the first chapter, first question. Here they have, unless stated otherwise, take pi is equal to 22 upon 7. Only when it is given 3.14, then we have to take 3.14, otherwise it is 22 upon 7. Question number 1. See, in question number 1, what they are doing, 2 cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube. Okay, I'll go to the new page. 2 cubes, each of, cube it is, cube means basically the walls are going to be square now. 2 cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube. So we can consider like this. These are the cubes. These are the cubes. Though both are of the same, 2 cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube. The volume of this cube is also 64 centimeter. The volume of this cube is also 64 centimeter. So are joined together. Fine. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So before that, see here what I'll do. Volume of cube is equal to 64 centimeter cube. This is given to me. Fine. With the help of this, I'll try to find the side of the cube. Now, volume of cube. We know the formula for volume of cube is L cube. We can write by formula. I know this by formula. Therefore, from both I will get what? 64 is equal to L cube. I will have to take cube root of both the sides. So I will get L is equal to 4. Therefore, L is equal to 4 centimeters. You could have written at the start, finding side of each cube. This you should always write, my dear students, because it makes life easier for the person who is checking your paper. So now you have got this. Now next what will happen? These are joined together. But the moment they are joined together, how it will look now? See, this is there, this is there. Fine. You don't have to actually draw figures in exams and everything. This I am giving you all people to just, I am trying my best that you understand what is happening in the question. Now the sides of the, once you have joined them, so now you know this is going to stay 4 even now. Okay. Height is also going to stay 4 even now. This is also going to stay 4. But what about the length? This is going to be 4 plus 4, 8. Okay. So now you can write over here, once the 2 cubes are joined, length is equal to 8 centimeter, breadth is still going to be 4 centimeter, and height is going to be 4 centimeter even now. The one height and breadth are not going to change, only length is going to be affected. These are going to be the new measurement, and now what we have got is not a cube, it is a cuboid. Now this has become a cuboid, and what have they? Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. You have to find the surface area of this cuboid. Now total surface area of cuboid, by formula it is going to be 2 in bracket, fine, LB plus BH plus LH. This is by formula. Again, whenever you are using this, better write by formula. So now total surface area is going to be 2 LB, you can take any, 8 into 4 plus BH 4 into 4 plus LH again 8 into 4. So this becomes 2, 8 4 is 32. We can actually take the common factor and everything, but that is 16 plus 8 4 is 32. This becomes 2, 6 7 8 9 10 4 5 6 7 8. It is going to be 80. This is 160 centimeter square will be the total surface area of the cube. So like this we are going to use a combination and everything. This is what you have to understand, my dear student. But for that, of course, first and foremost, you have to be very strong with the formulas. If formulas are not known, all is in vain. Going to the second question. In second question, what they have given is, a vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. So there is a hollow hemisphere of something of this sort, which is mounted by a hollow cylinder, means a hollow cylinder is kept on the top of this sort, something of this sort. Now what we have to understand is that, see, when it comes to hemisphere, at that time some parameters we have to know, some dimensions of hemisphere is nothing but only radius is sufficient. This deep ho gaya, right? These basically are same. For hemisphere, the radius and height are basically same. And when it comes to the radius of the hemisphere is going to be the radius of the cylinder. See, cylinder is usually like this. This is the radius of the cylinder. But then whatever is the radius of the hemisphere is going to be the radius of the cylinder. It is going to match. So here they have given the vessel is in the form of hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter. Therefore, radius is going to be 14 upon 2, 7 centimeter. This is done. You have known all the dimensions of the hemisphere. Now next they are telling the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. See, now height of the hemisphere is going to be the same as that radius, as I have told you. And the total height of the vessel is this. This is 13. This is 7. So the height of the cylinder will be 13 minus 7, 6 centimeter. Height of vessel is equal to 13 centimeter. Therefore, height of cylinder is equal to 13 minus 7, 6 centimeter. So now when it comes to cylinder, the parameter is R is equal to same as that of the hemisphere. Height is going to be equal to 6 centimeter. So these are the parameter of the cylinder. Now we are going to find what they have asked us, find the inner surface area of the vessel. Inner surface area, see, whatever is the inner surface. What is the inner surface of the cylinder? It is nothing but the curved surface area of the cylinder, nothing else. There is no lid on the top, there is no bottom over here. It is just a hollow cylinder. So it will be only curved surface area. So curved surface area of cylinder. Formula for curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. This is by formula. And then in the hemisphere also it is going to be only curved surface area. Curved surface area of hemisphere is going to be half of the sphere, 2 pi r square. Both are by formula. Therefore, total surface area of vessel will be equal to, this is first, this is second. You can write like this only, 1, 2. 1 plus 2. That will be 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. You have to be very cautious that r is same and h is different. So 2 pi r will go out as a common factor. Here h plus r will stay. So what is this now? 2 into 22 upon 7. R is 7. H is the h of the cylinder, 6. R is the radius of the hemisphere or even the cylinder. It is going to be same 7. 7 से 7 मर गया. It is 44 into, this is 13. So if we go to multiply this, (572 centimeter square). This is the total surface area of vessel. Okay, my dear students, so with this we have finished second question also, and now we proceed forward for the question number 3. So now here what is happening is, a toy is in the form of a cone. This toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius. Again there is a hemisphere. Again there is a hemisphere involved over here. Again there is a hemisphere involved over here, but now a cone is mounted on this, and not a, first there was a cylinder mounted on this, now there is a cone mounted on this. Again the same thing will happen. Whatever is the radius of the hemisphere is going to be the radius of the cone. Okay, and when it comes to cone, there are in total radius of the cone, vertical height of the cone, and the slant height of the cone. When it comes to cylinder, it is only the radius of the, so when it comes to hemisphere, it is only the radius of the hemisphere. Now coming to this, when we talk about hemisphere, then a toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter. So here hemisphere R is equal to 3.5 centimeter. That is all. Then we have got cone, but before going to cone, what all things they have given, this is going to be 3.5 mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius. The total height of a toy is 15.5. So from here it is same like the previous question. So from here to here the height is 15.5, but then I will have to cut this height, which is the radius 3.5. Therefore height of cone will be equal to 15.5 minus 3.5, which will be equal to 12 centimeters. So now when we come to cone, we have got R is going to be same 3.5 centimeter. Height is going to be equal to vertical height 12 centimeter. If we require the slant height, I don't know whether we will require the slant height or not, then we will have to calculate L. Okay, let us see forward. The total height of the, find the total surface area of the toy. Now when we find the total surface area of a toy, then what is there? There is a curved surface area of the cone and the curved surface area of the hemisphere. In between, what is the, only the surface we have to see in contact. Whatever is there in contact, we have to see that only. I will be in contact, able to touch the curved surface area of the cone and curved surface area of the hemisphere. I will be able to. So this I have to measure. So for formula for curved surface area of hemisphere is nothing but 2 pi r square, and for that of the cone is pi r L. The L I will have to find. L is equal to r square plus h square and then square root of this. That will be equal to r is 3.5 square, h is 12 square and then square root of this. So L is equal to 12.25 plus 144 square root of this. If I add this 144 plus 12.25, see, remember this is very important. The decimal should come under the decimal. So this will be 156.25. This is 156.25, and then I will have to take the square root of this. The L is equal to, now to find 156.25, so I will first just take 156.25. There are 2 decimal places. Once I find the square root, 2 decimal places, so half of 2 is 1 decimal place over here, 1 decimal place over here. So I will first find this 156.25. This will give me 5 3s are 15, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are. Again this will be divisible by 5, 5 6s are 30, 2s are. Now this is done. 5 1s are, 2s are, 5s are. 5 2s are, 5s are. 5 5s are, and then 5 1s are. This one will become 1 5, this one will become 1 5, this one will become 1 5. This will be 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125 is going to be the square root. But this one, out of these two, actually it is going to be like this. There are two decimal places, one decimal place I will give over here, one decimal place I will give over here. So therefore L is equal to 12.5 centimeter. In this way we have got all the three parameters of the cone. Now we are going to find the total surface area of the toy. For that what I will require, curved surface area of cone is equal to pi r L. Fine, this is 1. Also curved surface area of hemisphere will be 2 pi r square. This will be 2. Therefore total surface area of toy will be equal to 1 plus 2. That will be equal to pi r L plus 2 pi r square. Pi r will go as a common factor, L stays over here, pi r is gone out, 2 will stay and r will also stay. 1 r will stay and 2 will go, pi has gone out. So what do we get is 22 upon 7 into r is going to be same 3.5. L we have found 12.5 plus 2r, 2 into 3.5. 7 0.5s are, this will be 22 into 0.5, 12.5 plus, this will be 7. So now I get 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10, 11, one decimal place is gone, 11 into 12.5 plus 7 will be 19.5. Now multiply this 2, 195, but this will be 195, 195, 5, 11, 2145. But then this one decimal place I have to give, this will be here, centimeter square. This will be the total surface area of a toy. See, this is one unique way of finding. First use the formula and add the formulas, simplify the formulas and then substitute the values. This is one unique way, nice way. Of course you may find it slightly difficult. You can do in this way also, finding curved surface area of a cone by substituting the values over here, substitute the values over here, find them and then add the two. That also can be done, but most of the time that goes slightly difficult because you have to multiply these all and then do. That also can be practiced, my dear student, no problem in doing that. So this is where we have reached. So I think we can stop over here. It is going to be a long procedure, long journey. It's 13.1 is going to take a big, no, not only 30, but the whole surface area volume is a big chapter. Today I was supposed to actually give you time only to go through the formulas, study the formulas, and I also wanted to give an idea how the formulas are going to be used for finding the surface areas of the devices which are getting added up, which are either joined or subtracted or whatever it is. So we have to use the combination of the vessels, figures, objects and still use the same formulas which we have learnt in 9th standard. Okay, my dear students, so I want you all people to by heart these formulas right now. And for the next lecture you have to be prepared. Next lecture I will try to cover considerable amount of questions, or maybe I will finish off this exercise 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we have a long way to go. There are totally nice amount of exercises are there. 13.4, 4 exercises. It's okay. Okay, my dear students, so take care, stay home, stay safe, and most important, stay happy. And now you have to Stay focused. Prepare well. Take care. Love you all. See you all soon. Bye, my dear friends. Bye.